15 true disturbing scary stories from the night shift, horror stories to fall asleep to. Here are 15 true disturbing scary stories from the night shift, a collection of terrifying encounters experienced by late-night workers. These horror stories are designed to keep you on edge while you try to fall asleep. 1. The Whispering Janitor. Lisa worked the graveyard shift at an old office building. One night, as she mopped the empty hallways, she heard whispers coming from the janitor's closet. She assumed it was her coworker, Brian. "Brian," she called, pushing the door open. The room was empty. Chills ran down her spine. Then she remembered Brian had called in sick that night. But as she turned to leave, the whispering returned, this time right behind her. 2. The Phantom Patient. Michael was a security guard at a hospital. During his rounds, he saw a frail old woman in a hospital gown walking toward the exit. "Ma'am, you can't leave," he said. She turned to him with lifeless eyes and whispered, "But I already did." Confused, he blinked and she was gone. Checking the patient records, he found her name. She had died 2 days earlier. 3. The Man in the Reflection. Sam worked the night shift at a convenience store. The store had a long glass window, and as he stocked shelves, he noticed someone standing outside, staring at him. Annoyed, he went to check, but no one was there. He returned inside, looked at the window again, and the figure was still standing there, watching him. The glass wasn't reflecting outside. It was reflecting something inside the store. 4. The Elevator That Goes Nowhere. At an old hotel, Alex, the night receptionist, kept getting complaints about the elevator stopping on the 13th floor. There was no 13th floor. Checking security footage, he saw guests stepping inside then vanishing. When he investigated, the elevator doors opened, revealing a pitch-black void. He never touched that elevator again. 5. The Caller from the Basement. Working late at an office, Rachel got a phone call from the basement. "We need help down here," a man's voice whispered. But the building's basement was locked, and no one had access at night. She checked with security, there was no one there. Yet, the calls kept coming. 6. The Shadow in the Morgue. Tom was an orderly at a hospital. One night, while retrieving paperwork from the morgue, he heard something move behind him. Turning around, he saw a shadowy figure standing among the body storage units. When he switched on the lights, it was gone. But every time he turned his back, he felt its cold breath on his neck. 7. The Watcher in the Warehouse. While working at a shipping warehouse, Jake kept seeing a dark figure standing at the far end of the storage racks. Every time he moved closer, it would disappear. One night, he saw it standing inches away from him, its mouth stretched into an unnatural grin. He quit the next day. 8. The Hotel's Room That Doesn't Exist. A guest arrived late at a hotel where Eric worked, asking for room 308. The hotel only had 2 floors. Checking the records, Eric found that room 308 had once existed before a fire destroyed that section of the building 30 years ago. The guest had vanished from the lobby before he could tell him. 9. The Nurse in the Empty Hallway. A night nurse at a retirement home saw a woman in a white gown walking down the hall. "Ma'am, you need to return to your room," she called. The woman turned and the nurse gasped. It was a patient who had died earlier that evening. 10. The Screaming Forest. Daniel was a security guard at a factory near a dense forest. On stormy nights, he would hear screams echoing from the trees. His supervisor told him never to investigate. One night, curiosity got the best of him. He ventured into the woods only to hear his own voice screaming for help from deep inside the forest. 11. The Gas Station Visitor. A man stopped at Julia's gas station late at night, asking for directions. When she looked away for a second, he disappeared. Security footage showed no one had entered the station. 12. The Handprint on the Freezer. At a restaurant, a chef working alone at night heard knocking from inside the freezer. No one was in there, but a fresh bloody handprint was on the door. 13. The empty taxi ride. A taxi driver picked up a woman near a hospital. She gave him an address but didn't speak. When he arrived, she was gone. The seatbelt was still fastened. A confused old man at the house told him, "That was my daughter's address, but she died 5 years ago." 14. The employee who wasn't there. A night manager at a department store was closing up when he saw a woman still browsing. "Ma'am, we're closed," he said. She didn't reply. When he turned around to check the security cameras, he saw himself standing alone. There had never been a woman. 15. The door that opens by itself. Matt worked at a nursing home. Every night at 3 a.m., a specific room door would open on its own. One night, he locked it from the outside. At 3 a.m., he heard scratching from inside. That room had been empty for years. The night shift can be long, exhausting, and terrifying. When you're alone in the dark, strange things happen. Some can be explained. Others? Not so much. Sweet dreams.